Good morning again. It's Dr. Credle here. We're getting ready to start in looking at still chapter 5, and we're going to be starting on the skin. We're going to be looking starting at slide 95 and going through the end of this slide presentation. And if you have any questions, if you would, just remember to write them down, and then you can send them to me on Edmodo. So let's get started here. All right. We're going to talk about the, you can pronounce if you like, the skin into, I can never pronounce that one. You can pronounce it if you would. You can send me the proper pronunciation if you like, or just say hard word, skin. There's two layers, the epidermis, the superficial, and the dermis. And then you have what lies below the skin lies the subcutaneous tissues. This is the fat that insulates and serves as energy reservations or storage. Let's do this right here so you can see the whole slide. Is that better? All right. Nice picture of your epidermis right in here, your dermis, and your subcutaneous emphysema. It's a good picture, and then when you start getting into trauma and lacerations and abrasions and contusions, we'll talk about the skin layers a whole lot more. It has a lot more to do with it. Skin is the largest single organ. There's three major functions: protect the body and the environment, or from the environment, regulate body temperature, transmit information from the environment to the brain. How does it regulate the body temperature? Anybody ever been cold and had shivering? You're cold, so your body, your skin is cold. You're cold, so your body is trying to shiver to make more heat. What about when you get really, really hot? What happens? Start sweating, and your body is trying to use the sweat to get cooled off by letting the air hit it and cool yourself down. Function of the now we're on the digestive system. This is just a very fast overview of all the systems, and we'll go a whole lot more into them as we cover both medical calls or medical cases and chapters and the trauma chapters. The function of the digestive system is to digestion. It's where you eat your food, and it's to be processed through to be eliminated through defecation or urination. Your abdomen is the second major body cavity, contains your major organs of digestion and excretion. Your quadrants are easily a way to identify the areas as your right upper, your left upper, your right lower, and your left lower quadrants. It's a nice, really nice picture of them for that. Sorry about that. This is by the way, so you can see the whole picture here. Nice pictures. Nice. You will eventually need to know your organs that you'll find in the body, so you'll need to know this here from time to time. So please start studying them in an order so you can see them. You'll be diagramming them from time to time. Your digestive system starts in the mouth, your lips, your cheeks, your gums, your teeth, your salivary glands. Then it goes to your oral pharynx, to your esophagus, to your stomach, and then to your pancreas. Your liver, your small intestines, your large intestines, your appendix, and your rectum. So you're either going to defecate it out the back side or urinate it out the front side. Enzymes are added to food by your salivary glands, your stomach, your liver, your pancreas, and your small intestines. These enzymes can convert food into your basic sugars, fatty acids, and amino acids. Then it's further processed by the liver, circulated via the blood through the body to give nutrients to all the cells. The endocrine system, anatomy, physiology. It's the complex message and control center. It integrates many body functions. Your hormones are released directly into the bloodstream. Example, epinephrine or norepinephrine or insulin. We'll talk a whole lot more about them as we get to those other chapters where we need to talk about those things. Insulin you see a lot from diabetics. Then you have the endocrine system controls release of hormones. There's different places in the body where you'll find hormones that release things into the body. Your ovaries for females, the testes for males, your thyroid gland, your adrenal glands, your pancreas, your parathyroid, your pituitary, your hypothalamus, and your thalamus. Urinary system. Anatomy, physiology here controls fluid balance in the body, filters and eliminates waste, peeing it out controls your pH of your body. Nice picture. Your kidneys come down your urethra, your ureter, into your bladder. Then you have your urethra's opening, your prostate gland if you're a male. Don't have one if you're female. Going from your urethra down to the penis and then out the external urethral opening. Some more things about the genital system, anatomy, and physiology. Controls reproductive process. Male system consists of the testes, your vasa, you can say if you like to say those two words there, and then your penis. Nice view here. The female system consists of your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your uterus, your cervix, and your vagina. Pictures. Also got your ovaries and your eggs. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that a lot of times when you hear us talk about this class, this is not your typical high school class. This is a college level class. So yes, we'll be showing you pictures from time to time that might make you laugh, but please remember we're to be professional. And we are learning to be EMTs and paramedics in the future, or nurses or doctors. So please, as we show these type of pictures, please do not act childish and start acting the age that you are, and act the way we need to be acting as professionals and in the medical field. Your life support chain. All cells in the body require oxygen, nutrients, and removal of waste. The circulatory system is the carrier of these supplies and wastes. If interference occurs, cells become damaged and die. That's not a good thing. Your adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, is involved in energy metabolism, used in stored energy. You have aerobic metabolism, which uses oxygen. Cells switch to anaerobic metabolism when oxygen is limited. So aerobic metabolism uses oxygen. Anaerobic means has limited oxygen. When you're talking about different medical terminologies, aerobic is the form, but when you see AN, aerobic, anaerobic, that means the absence of, or no. So aerobic metabolism uses oxygen, and they switch to anaerobic metabolism, or no oxygen or low oxygen. Lactic acid is a damaging waste product, and sometimes you have those build up in the body. Anybody ever in the class ever had a deep tissue massage? If you have, or even if you haven't, you might have been told to make sure you drink a lot of water and a lot of fluids, and as they do the deep tissue massage, because as they do that massage, it releases the lactic acids that are built up in your skin. And if you don't drink a lot of water, then you might have problems and you can have some cramping. You don't want that. Movement of oxygen, waste, and nutrients occurs by diffusion. pH is critical for diffusion. The measure of your acidity and your alkalinity. Body spends large amounts of energy to maintain normal pH. Pathophysiology, the study of functional changes that occur when body reacts to disease. Respiratory compromise can lead to shock, alteration of cellular metabolism. Now, we've actually come to the end of this chapter, so we're going to do a couple of things for review. Summary for Chapter 5, which is the human anatomy, the human body. Understand human anatomy and physiology so you can assess the patient's condition and communicate with others. You need to know superficial landmarks of the bodies and what lies underneath it, like the Adam's apple, the throat. If you get hit in your Adam's apple, what are things behind the Adam's apple you need to be aware of? Think about it. Punch somebody in the Adam's apple. You can mess up the trachea. You can mess up the esophagus. You can mess up the neck. The actual spinal column. It's underneath the skin that you cannot see. You can see the Adam's apple, but you can't see all those other things lying beneath it. That's why we need to know superficial landmarks so we know what's going on. Bone, ligaments, tendons, and cartilage give the body its recognizable human form. Whether you're skinny, whether you're fat, whether you're big, whether you're small, whether you're tall, whether you're short, doesn't all matter. Our bones, our ligaments, our tendons, and our cartilage give us our body's recognizable human form. The skeletal system provides protection of the organs. It allows for movement and gives the body its shape. Woohoo! The contraction and relaxation of the musculoskeletal system gives the body its ability to move, to walk, to lift. The respiratory system includes the nose, the mouth, the throat, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchial, and the bronchioles. It allows us to breathe. We need to breathe. The function of the respiratory system is to provide the body with oxygen and eliminate carbon dioxide. The circulatory system is a complex arrangement of connecting tubes, including arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins. The nervous system is the most complex organ system within the human body. It consists of the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. The skin is divided into two parts, the superficial epidermis and the deeper dermis. And don't forget that the skin is the largest single organ in the body. The skin serves three major functions: is to protect the body in the environment, or to the environment, or from the environment, to regulate the temperature in the body, and to transmit information from the environment to the brain. The digestive system is composed of the gastrointestinal tract, the stomach and the intestines, the mouth, your salivary glands, your pharynx, your esophagus, your liver, your gallbladder, your pancreas, your rectum, and your anus. The endocrine system is a complex message and control system that integrates many body functions. The urinary system controls the discharge of certain waste materials and filtered from the body by the kidneys. And the last slide for summary here is the genital system controls the reproductive system. Pathophysiology is the study of how the body reacts to diseases. So, we have now, that concludes this, the slides for Chapter 5. And so I'm going to turn this around so I can see it. And I'll talk for a couple minutes here. And get this down so you guys can see. Take this off. So, now that you guys have been able to watch and see and look at the slides, do your workbook. Is there any questions? If you have questions, I would like for you to please write them down on a Word document and send them to me, or show them to Chief Barber. Chief Barber can actually answer a lot of questions you have. He is a basic EMT and a firefighter, so he can answer a lot of the questions that I can. But if you have questions you'd like me to answer them, just please write them down and send them to me, and I will get back in touch with you. Give me a little while to write them down, for me to be able to respond to them. And usually, like I ask you to do, I will respond to you in a different color so you know it's me typing you back. Any questions? All right. Then I will get you guys ready to get ready to have your quiz. You'll be having a quiz on Chapter 5. It will be on Edmodo. It will not be timed, but you'll have to turn it in, and it will be graded. And if you would, please make sure that by the time you finish this, it should be Monday, and you should be turning in and showing your substitute that's in the classroom, Chief Barber, or what's her name, Miss Simmons, I think is her name also, your workbook, and she'll be checking you off for your workbook. In your workbook, I'd like you to make sure that you are completing all the sections in the workbook, including your critical thinking, and your word puzzle, and your ambulance calls. Now, I will actually be posting a time for you to be able to see your answers so you can have the answers to your workbook. And I will also be sitting down and talking to you and discussing the ambulance calls so you can hear my input and have more input to do it. I apologize that we're having to do this by video, and I'm not there in front of you, but I have 3 other classes I'm teaching, and we'll be doing this to make sure that you get the hours you need from a certified North Carolina Office of Emergency Medical Services instructor to make sure you have what you need to be able to build a test. I will also be putting your names in the block to hopefully we'll be testing at Athens Drive for your EMT. The Friday, which is June 3rd or 4th, it will be Friday night or Saturday morning at Athens for your EMT, the ones that are able to sit for your test. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me. And you guys have a great afternoon or a great day, or a great part of the rest of your day. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Goodbye for now.